Hey guys, it's been a long time since I made an FPO video and the fixtures have been released and I wanted to make an initial thoughts video. So first off, with the best teams to target, and starting off is Liverpool. Liverpool, we all know that we're gonna bring in Liverpool players anyway, even if they had a mixed bag fixtures, but they actually have somewhat of a good fixture in my opinion. Chelsea away, it's gonna be a bit tricky with defensive view, but in the midfield and from the attack view, I think there's gonna be goals. Bournemouth at home, that's gonna be like piece of cake for Liverpool. They're gonna trash them. They're gonna go all around them, and they want to absolutely rebuild themselves from last season. They had somewhat of a terrible season and they missed out on Champions League. Like, that's really bad from Liverpool's point of view. And game week 3, there's Newcastle, that's gonna be tricky. Game week 4, it's at Aston Villa at home. So if it was an away game, then it would have been much more trickier, but since it's at Anfield, it's gonna be an easy ride, I think. And game week 5, it's gonna be Wolves. That's an easy one as well. They haven't done any business whatsoever, Wolves. Lopetegui is staying, but if he isn't getting any new players, then it's gonna be the same old Wolves struggling in the Premier League once again. So yeah, the Liverpool, they are looking good, and with new signings in the midfield, Salah should get more chances. Maybe one of the attackers we could go for as the triple. I think everyone will have a triple up of Liverpool. They always have, because they are one of the best attacking teams in the league. Next in my list is Manchester City, the treble winners. They finally won the Champions League, and not only that, they've won it in glorious fashion by completing the treble. Not a treble, the treble. They are looking unstoppable. First game, it's a Friday night, Burnley away. I think they will win, but it's gonna be a hard game for them since it's a newly promoted team. Company back at the Etihad. He's gonna have some tricks up his sleeves to stop Man City, but ultimately Man City will win, but by how many goals, that's a bit of a tough call. In game week 2, it's Newcastle at home. Since it's at home at the Etihad, they should win this by a large amount, I think, because Newcastle kept on conceding goals every single week in the latter stage of last season. In game week 3, they have Sheffield United away. That should be an easy match as well. Newly promoted team, but it's Sheffield United, not like Burnley, who are defensively solid. They are not gonna have a chance, I think, against Manchester City the way they are playing right now. They have everything. They have momentum, they have the experience, they have technique, they have flair, they have skills, they have incredible passes around them, they have versatility, like squad depth, everything goes in their favor with these teams. They're just gonna steamroll them. Game week 4, another steamrolling team for Manchester City, which is Fulham at the Etihad as well. Haaland's gonna have his fill with them. Fulham can't defend, and if Paulina gets back to helping them somewhat for having Fulham somewhat of a good season, then maybe, but he's not enough. So Fulham, I think it's just gonna get wrecked by Manchester City. There's no debate on that. Game week 5, West Ham away. Since if Declan Rice leaves, which probably is sure, their owners have even confirmed Declan Rice is leaving, then without him, like, the defense is gonna get blasted by Manchester City. With Declan Rice, they would have had a chance, like a 2-1, but without Declan Rice, like, it's gonna be 3-0 or 3-1 to Manchester City. It's gonna be, it's a really good fixture for Manchester City. Manchester City, I think they have the best one, but the worry is the rotation. Like, who are we gonna go for? Obviously it's Haaland, and the other two we have to like figure out from pre-season. Next up, I put Arsenal, since they have a lot of home games as well, and they do have quite a good run from game week 1 to 5. In game week 1, they start off Nottingham Forest at home as well at the Emirates. in the 12 p.m. kickoff. It's gonna be great, I think. Arsenal always starts off the season well, even if it's a Friday night. Last season we saw that they beat their opponents pretty comfortably. I think it's gonna be the same as well. Everyone's gonna be having a triple up, but it's gonna be difficult to get Arsenal players this time around with the prices being high. Game week 2 they face Crystal Palace away. I think that it's also an easy fixture as well, since Roy Hodgson not going to be in charge. They don't know who's going to be their manager as well, so a bit of an uncertainty going around in Palace. Game week 3 it's Fulham. It's also another easy fixture since it's at the Emirates as well. The Emirates is buzzing at the moment. They got Champions League football. They're adding more depth to the squad. They're adding more world-class players to the squad, like Declan Rice and maybe even Caicedo. They're really on for it. I think they're gonna challenge the league once again. In game week 4 it's Manchester United at home. If it was an away game it would have been a very difficult game, but since it's at home, from defensive point of view it's not going to be easy, but from an attacking view it's going to be a goal fest in this game. It's always a goal fest in this Manchester United versus Arsenal games. It has history, it has the flair, it has everything in it to be a cracking game, and we also have to have attackers in this game, and both Martinelli and Saka will be very highly owned if people have the funds to get them. Interesting what's gonna be the prices for them. It's gonna be in the high end for sure. In game week 5 finally it's gonna be Everton away. It's gonna be a bit of a tricky job, but since with new players arriving and Arsenal not being so tired as the last time they were away to Everton and they lost with the new manager Bouncer Sean Dice, I don't think it's gonna be the same case this time. And I think this time, with fresh legs, more power into the squad, it's gonna be a easy game for Arsenal, I think. Next up is Chelsea. Horrendous season, absolutely shambolic. They were fucking shit last year. They've fallen up big time, but maybe with Pochettino things will change. They haven't signed anyone yet, but sure they will sign someone when Pochettino fully embeds the squad, has a good preseason look around the squad. He will change things. He's an attacking manager. He knows how to develop youth players as well. Chelsea has a lot of youth players on their hands. Things will change, but for now, like, we're just hoping that they become like an Arsenal of this season, like last year, and also like a United. Like United had a lot of good players, but had a very budget price point. So we're hoping that they have the United effect, so we can easily purchase some Chelsea players in our squad. Mostly everyone will have like one, maybe two. That's slightly pushing it. Chelsea game week 1, Liverpool at home, not a good fixture at all to start with. Game week 2, West Ham away. Now that should be a high scoring game, I think, because in the history it's a derby match, London derby, and London derby always has goals in them. Maybe I think it could be a draw, but I think we're gonna have to back on attackers in that game. In game week 3 there should be a clean sheet game. Luton at home. Things should change from here. They should pick up the pace. This should be an easy game for Chelsea. Game week 4, Nottingham Forest at home, another home fixture and another team who struggles. This should be another comfortable win for Chelsea, but it's Chelsea, right? They have to change a lot of things to get things right. Game week 5, it's Bournemouth away. Like it's another easy game, but again, drastic things need to happen around Chelsea to take advantage of these fixtures and get these comfortable wins. And lastly, it's Brighton away from the top Big Six sides, and from the mid-table team, the obvious eye-catching team who had good fixture was Brighton. Luton at home, game week 1, great. Deserve has done some incredible stuff at Brighton with his attacking flow in football. It was great to watch and they deservedly got Europa League. Luton at home should be a cracking game from an attacking perspective from Brighton players. Wolves in game week 2 away, that should be an easy game as well. Game week 3, another easy game. West Ham at home, with West Ham not having that much of a defensive solidity, Brighton should run riot. In game week 4, it's Newcastle at home. Since it's at home, it's not as bad as Newcastle away. It's gonna be a tight one, but you can back Brighton players to get something out of that game. And game week 5, that's one tough fixture, and it's Man United away. So just like one really tough fixture out of 5. It's a good run, and I think we're gonna have triple ups for Brighton. We're just gonna have to worry about the rotation. De Zerbi does rotate a lot, but I think that's gonna happen when Europa League starts, and Europa League starts 1 month after the Premier League starts. So by that point we should have comfortable 3 Brighton players, and we should see Brighton taking advantage of all these fixtures and score plenty of goals, and that's us points, and that's about it. That's my first video for this preseason. Hopefully more to come. Hopefully I can pull it off and make more videos. So yeah, catch you all later.